quickly run through the presentations of the startups. So now I invite team from June Electric, Mr. Mufid. Presentation, please.
Hello, good evening to everyone. So actually I am a student from this university. I completed M.Tech here, like last year. So my startup name is June Electric. The root word June comes from like June means forever young. So my startup and myself, we want to stay forever young. And actually we want to make sure that if someone hears the name June Electric, and they should not forget the name because it is easy to remember name. So that's the main motto behind the name. Yeah. So actually what we are trying to do right now is actually I am running the startup from past 3 years. So I have built a few products and some of the areas are mentioned here. Like in manufacturing field, we are trying to build a prototype. Like for example, if you come to India, the most sold vehicle is Hero Honda Splendor Plus, and the second vehicle is Hero Honda HF Deluxe. And like if you see the electric vehicle market, the most of the vehicles you can see is scooters like Ola S1 Pro or else Ather 450. All these things are scooters, but there is no like proper vehicle which is competent for Hero Honda Splendor Plus. Like most of the people in India, when they want to buy the two-wheeler, they want to opt for like low cost, like 90,000 to 1 lakh, and they are looking for high mileage when it comes to the petrol. What we are trying to do is we want to give high mileage, like 250 to 300 kilometers range. We want to reduce the speed. We want to compensate the speed like around 50 to 65 during prototype and practical testing phase. So that we want to, that segment, like if you say Hero Honda Splendor Plus last year, they sold 3 million vehicles. And Hero Honda HF Deluxe, they sent 1.3 million vehicles. But there is no alternate for such vehicles in electric field. So we actually want to like get into that. We are selecting initially our main aim is to capture the market. And we are also like in batteries. We are not buying batteries from China. Actually, most of the people what they are doing is 18650 is the cell series which is most suitable for Indian temperatures and everything. They are only manufactured in China right now. Only 2-3 startups from IIT Madras, one from IIT Madras, one from Gujarat. These people are starting to manufacture the lithium ion cells, and we are trying to contact with one of the startup from IIT Madras, which is called Log9 Materials. So actually what we are trying to do is we want to buy the lithium ion cells from Log9 Materials and we want to assemble the battery ourselves. That also we are trying to do because we don't want to like import the batteries by whole from the China. Like we want to keep it everything from India. Yeah, and the thing is I wanted to blur that retrofitting because like we are trying to build a kit, like what is an electric vehicle kit. What it is it will be able to convert any electric scooter and also normal two-wheeler motorbike into an electric vehicle. Like whatever the old vehicle is there, we will be able to retrofit it in a very easy manner. It is like a one single kit. It will be able to convert any vehicle. That we are trying to. Actually, we have built that. I'll talk about it in later phase. So and also AI vehicle health monitoring system. What this does is, like if you know, there is a speed monitoring sensor, like a RPM measuring sensor in the motor, and also in controller there are like few sensors. What we are trying to do is we want to gather all the inputs from the sensor. I want to build a system which like monitors these sensors. Like if you say for a vehicle, if it completes 10,000 revolutions, we need to change a electromagnetic sensor that will automatically suggest through the interface. So all these things we want to connect, like whatever the sensors, everything we want to connect and we want to make it automated. Yeah, this is our product. What the range of it is like now it is not 250 kilometers, but we are trying to make it to 250 kilometers, 250 to 300. Actually, our goal is 300 kilometers, but it is still not achieved. We want to achieve 300 kilometers range, and we want to keep speed as low because of the ratio of motor and battery. Like if we are selecting 48 volt motor. So what we have noticed is Indians don't look that much for speed. Like for example, whatever the middle class people are there, the people who are opting for Hero Honda Splendor, Hero Honda Deluxe, all these type of people, those vehicles go only like 55 to 60 kilometers. So for that segment, we are not yet concentrating on the speed for our first product, basically. And like, as I said, this vehicle will have AI health monitoring system. Like you don't need to go to the service center. This vehicle will alarm you when you want to go to the service station. It will tell you what part you want to change at what time. Like you after a year, like you want to change the battery, your battery health is low. You want to change some sensor. All these things this vehicle will do. And we also have another small the technology, whatever, like geolocking. You don't need a key for that. It will be geofencing. Like if you take the vehicle too far, you can keep where the vehicle needs to go. And also, this is like actually I have met a scientist from ISRO. He's actually handicapped. So what he told me is he's actually senior most scientist Abdul Wajid Khan. He's a senior most member in satellite tracking. He told he's a handicapped, and he basically told that there is a requirement for electric e-mobility in this field. In India, there is no one is making this manufacturing this product. So because of his idea, I made this. This is basically a foldable vehicle. It can be folded into like a suitable model, suitcase model. It can be carried in car, airports, everything. So whatever the handicapped vehicle or old people are there, they can carry this vehicle and they can use it. They can simply pull the seat and pull the handle. It is foldable, so they can use it and travel. You can see the image here. This is the foldable one, first one. This is the normal one. So we have built this one, and actually we are trying to optimize it for normal regular roads. It has some small defects. We are trying to correct that one. Yeah, as for the battery spot, I told you that we are trying to connect with the lithium ion cell manufacturing in like startups in the local, and we want to build our batteries ourselves. And also for the mobility solutions, we are also trying to implement battery swapping stations. In autos, battery swapping stations they are starting the battery swapping stations, Mahindra and all these people, but the main problem they have is all the autos doesn't have the same type of battery. Like for example, if you want to swap the battery, you need to have the same slot. Then that's the only way that battery swapping will be possible. What we are trying to do is, for our vehicles, we will be managing same cross section for every battery. In that way, we can keep the battery in the slot. It will be charging and it will be swappable. Like whatever the capacity, we want to keep the cross section same. And also, like most of the people, when they are buying electric vehicles, they have the range anxiety. Like what happens if the battery charge runs out? So what we are trying to do is we are thinking about mobile swapping stations. There will be, in a simple way, you can say that there will be 2 or 3 autos in per city or some radius. When their battery runs out, they can give us an alarm to our app. So our mobility service will go there and swap the battery to them. So this is the innovative thing we are trying to do. Yeah, this is the vehicle I converted with the kit I talked about earlier in the first slide. So actually this is this is the old TVS Scooty Plus vehicle. It's like 8 to 9 years old. So I made it into the new one and used the same kit for this one. This will go up like 45 to 50 kilometers speed and it gives 100 kilometers range. We have derived the cost of this total kit for 100 kilometers range and 45 kilometers speed to 35,000 actually for us. So we are trying to get that to 40,000. So this, this is also in like a prototyping form. We have tested this one. We have not yet taken patent. I think we are trying to apply the patent for the kit. So that we are trying to do. And what is the difference? And even in the conversion, we are using the mid-drive motor. Like what happens is generally in conversion, people will use hub motor. If you know about electric vehicles, most of the people use hub motor. Hub motor means it will be in the tire. So that is the normal thing. But we are using mid-drive. It means the motor will be in the middle of the vehicle. By means of chain, the wheel will be protected. So that is we are trying to do. Yeah, these are the AI tools what we are implementing. Like for example, smart display system. We are also trying to connect with another startup who only builds smart display system. In the smart display system, we are trying to connect all those sensors. Whatever the sensors will be there, like in motor, there will be RPM measuring, speed measuring sensor, and also in the BMS will be there, and also in a controller there are different types of sensors. We are trying to connect all these sensors into the smart display system which I startup is building. Our idea is to automate all the servicing. Like you don't need to worry about when you need to go to service or what time you need to go take your vehicle to the service. The vehicle itself will tell when you want to take it and what part it wants to change. So all these things will be there, like range monitoring and everything. This we are also trying to build a mobile application for this vehicle. It will tell us, so what is your current range? If you want to check where is the nearest swapping station or nearest charging station is there that we want to. Yeah, and finally, this is our starting business model. What we are trying to we notice actually our team has once went to Hyderabad. What they noticed is there are lots of deliveries like companies Swiggy, Zepto, all these things. What they are lacking is proper electric vehicles they don't have, and also people who come there for delivery they generally use petrol vehicle. For them it will cost around 8 to 9,000 just for petrol itself, and also for maintenance and everything. We are tying up with few of the companies. We already talked with Big Basket and also Zepto. Like what we have made the deal is we can supply them with electric vehicles in the case of rental basis. Like for example 4,000. So they just need to pay 4,000 per month. Instead of petrol, they can use our charging stations and everything. They can use the vehicle. So in this model, we are coming up, and also we are trying to connect with the Rapido actually in Tirupati and also in Bangalore. So we are talked with the Rapido people, like normal Rapido people who regularly do 30 plus rides. They pay around 7,000 to 8,000 for petrol. What we told is we suggesting them, you take our vehicle, you just pay us 5,000. That is our model. Like you can take the vehicle for 13 months, 15 months, our vehicle cost will be there, and in the salary account the money will be paid. So in this model we are also trying to. This is the capex. Like we have a small investment, and we are expecting like to buy all this machinery for setting up. Yeah, this is the electric and electronic components. Like 50 set we want to start with. Like right now we have 4-5 basic amount. This is operational expenditure actually. These are companies like right now we are talking with, and we have some of with Big Basket, with Rapido, and with some of the companies we have like MOU. That's. Thank you. Any questions?
So what's the status now? Are you manufacturing or is it in the design?
So actually I have completed I have made the vehicles, sir. Like 2-3 vehicles we have made. We are not yet in the production phase. We are yet in the R&D phase.
I'll just take a short. From RUSA, actually we are giving the support of creating the test bed, where he can use the same test bed to use it as a manufacturing facility initially, because I don't want him to burden himself, or we are not intended to get some funding for this, because like there are a lot of startups which are coming out with the same electric models. So we don't want to do that. Instead, we wanted to create a test bed, and which will be useful as a lab for our students also. So that way we are actually supporting the system. The business model is what we are seriously focusing, and we're trying to help them.
So you're not looking for funding at this stage?
No, funding is required, but initial support is what we are actually giving.
Yeah.
Nice. They are giving lab facilities like rooms and water if we want to do anything.
So you said you already built a couple of.
Yes, sir.
You already built a couple of vehicles already? Or?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
Prototypes are done.
Prototypes. Yes.
Where did you get the batteries?
I got from the locals.
Local.
Yeah, my friends, actually couple of my friends are also in the startup. So one of my friend is in Vellore, he is building batteries. I told you. Yeah, he is building batteries. I took battery from him, and also couple of motors and all these things with the known persons. Actually, there is also one startup. I forgot the name actually. What they do is they also I have contacted with them. If we give the design to them, they will be making the they have the molds. They will be making the parts and they will be giving to them. For example, motor outer components and all the things. They have the molds. They bought the molds. What they do is if we give them the design, they will make the motors. Like it's huge number. If we say 1,000 like that.
So this is 100% electric.
Yes, sir, 100%.
No hybrid.
No hybrid, not right now. Like in the conversion, we can make the hybrid if it is required.
The whole game is like, how it is going to be sold. We are not suggesting him to go for the dealership model. Suggesting the other round where he can get connected with. We are actually supporting him to get the connections for the mobility requirements, like your big basket and flip cards and stuff like that. There's a lot of business happening there, and there's a lot of requirement there for the two-wheelers in specific. If you just support Tirupati, he requires about 5,000 vehicles. He cannot produce it also at this point. So seeing that, even if we concentrate on the tier 2, there's a big market for himself. That's what we found. We did some research in Hyderabad and understood talking to the companies. Thank you.